52-pound championship from Legacy, Jesse Carlson. From Pomona, Justin Fraser.
Brandon Hoffman steps out on the mat for the Fort Morgan Mustangs here in a state championship match. Hoffman in this championship match last year as a sophomore came away with that even numbered finish that Rob says wrestlers hate to have, so he's looking for an odd number in this match. Hoffman taking on Garrett Crone of Arvada. Arvada Red 38-3, Hoffman 40-2. Two wrestlers feeling each other out. Hoffman wearing the different singlet here. He's got the maroon singlet with the white stripes up and down the side. Mustangs down the back of the spine. Step out of bounds, they're back underway. 30 seconds gone. Here's a shot by Crone. Hoffman spins around behind. He's up onto his feet behind. If he can get Crone down to get his two, he does. Gets Crone down to a knee, and Brandon Hoffman has the first points of the night. The Mustang Junior riding from the left side. Had Crone flattened down. Arvada wrestler makes his way back up to his base. Hoffman wrapped tight around the waist, drags him back down. A minute gone in the first period of this 152-pound state championship match. Class 4A for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, Brandon Hoffman. Crone making his way up onto his feet, and Hoffman hanging on to an ankle, trying to haul in a single leg, maintaining control with 45 seconds to go in the first period. Near the far edge of the mat. 4A were on the Montrose Indian mat. Hoffman still hanging on to that single leg, and we'll get a stalemate call on the edge of the mat and go back to the center. So Brandon Hoffman will have the opportunity to ride here. From the referee's position off the whistle, he'll jump on the left side. And there's another flurry of inactivity off the whistle. Not a lot off the whistle by either wrestler. They continue to just spin on their knees inside the 10-foot circle. Now Crone up onto his feet, and Hoffman still hanging onto a single leg, but Crone draped over the top of him. Picking up an ankle, trying to block him off. Hoffman has 10 seconds to hold on to this single leg. He got a stalemate from this position earlier. He's hanging on tight, and a stalemate will be called with 3 seconds left in the first period. So Brandon Hoffman, the Mustang Junior, will jump on the left side. Hang on for his 3 seconds, and he'll carry a 2-zip lead to the second period of this state championship match, Class 4A, 152 pounds. Seems like we're working our way through this one pretty quickly, Rob.
The way we are is looking at the Rangeley wrestler over on the 2A side, Cole Barlow, going against #1 ranked Donnie White of Fowler. And it's 4-3 for the Rangeley wrestler. And on the 3A side, the Alamosa wrestler up 2-1 in the second period. He's working off the bottom as he goes against Bayfield's Velasquez. That's Curtis of Alamosa.
Second period underway for Brandon Hoffman. He got up to his feet pretty quickly and then got dragged back down. Looked like he was going to have an opportunity for an early escape. But 30 or 25 seconds later, he steps out of bounds. With no change in control, Hoffman back on the bottom. Get a caution on the start.
On the 5A side, the Pomona wrestler, Justin Fraser, up 2-0 as they work in the second period over Carlson Legacy.
Hoffman crawling away, and then he gets busted flat down to his stomach. Trying to make his way to his base position. Been up on his feet a couple of times, has not been able to earn an escape. Does lead in the match, 2-zip. Had a first period takedown. Trying to bring home a state title for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Coach Spike Reynolds can't even sit in the chair. He's squatting in front of the chair.
He's a little bit nervous.
And they'll slip out of bounds again.
Spike's as competitive as they'll ever be.
Yeah, and always with the score sheet in his hand as well.
Donnie White of Fowler going for a pin as he's got Rangeley's Cole Barlow on his back. The time, I think, wound down in the period.
Hoffman made his way to his feet, got taken down again, and The Arvada wrestler hanging on to an ankle again. Crone takes him back down. 40 seconds to go in the second period. Hoffman started this period on the bottom, and for 1 minute and 25 seconds has not been able to accomplish anything. Tries to switch back in around the left side and gets driven out of bounds. So Hoffman back to the center. 33 seconds to go in the second period, leading 2-0. Hoffman trying to hit a switch again. Reaching back around for that single leg. He's got Crone sprawled out on top of him. Crone slipping back around in control. Here's Hoffman up onto his feet, trying to break the wrist grip on the edge of the mat and gets driven out. 12 seconds to go in the second period.
The 3A side, the Bayfield wrestler coming back, leads 6-2 as they're hoping to start the third period. Injury time for the Alamosa wrestler. Velasquez up 6-2 over Curtis Alamosa.
Hoffman onto his feet, but again Crone latches onto the ankles and takes him back down. Final few seconds on the clock. Not sure what the official got down on his stomach to check something out, and I'm not sure what he was.
I think he was looking for locked hands.
He checking for it, and Crone with pretty much a double leg tackle down on the ankles. Didn't look like he was going to work up high, but we're into the third period now. Brandon Hoffman will ride, leading in the match 2-0. He got a takedown in the first period. No points in the second period. Crone makes his way up to his feet, but Hoffman takes him back down. Crone turns back in. Here's Hoffman hanging on to a single leg. He spent a lot of the first period doing this from this exact same position. Crone sprawled out away from him, and Hoffman picks him up, lifting him over the top. Here comes the figure 4 around the head.
That'll be a penalty point going Hoffman's way.
Hoffman will take that bonus point. Cranked it up too tight.
Oh, we about got a stacked pin. A Pomona wrestler in deep trouble. And it'll be legacy wrestler Jesse Carlson with the win. I can't see the scoreboard from here.
Can't tell the time on that either. Legacy with the win?
Yep, Legacy with the win on the pin.
Minute 8 left for Brandon Hoffman. Brandon Hoffman's up 3-0. Here comes a caution for stalling. Goes against Hoffman, and we're going to restart it. With 65 seconds left on the clock, Brandon Hoffman with a 3-0 lead. He is riding, looking for a state title. Finished in second last year. Don't suppose he liked the taste of coming up short. Here's his opportunity, 60 seconds away. I think we have John Beltran roaming around down on the floor somewhere. Might be able to check in with him in a little bit.
Donnie White is going to sign the score sheet on the 2A side as he wins that one 9-6 over Cole Barlow of Rangeley.
Brandon Hoffman continuing to ride. His opponent Crone up onto his feet, turns back in, but they go out of bounds. So we're down to 36 seconds. Brandon Hoffman leading 3-0, looking for a state title. Here comes the switch. Crone trying to come around the right side, but Hoffman a nice job, puts his hips right back over the top and stays in control. Hanging on to a single leg again. Dump and a roll coming around, but Hoffman still hanging on to the single leg. 20 seconds left in the match. 3-0 lead for Fort Morgan's Brandon Hoffman. The junior, 40-2. And there is the stalling and a penalty point awarded. That makes it 3-1. So now reversal would tie it. Hoffman will ride. 14 seconds left in the match. Crone tries just to back into him. Big Granby roll. They go side by side. Uh-oh, here's Hoffman up onto his foot. Single leg coming for Crone, and Hoffman's going to get no takedown awarded yet. And there it is right on the edge of the mat at the end of time. Scoreboard says 3-2, but it should have. It was 3. Yeah, it was 3-1, and Hoffman got reversed. Should be 3-3 on the scoreboard. There was a penalty point for stalling against Hoffman. And then the reversal should tie it. We are 3-3 in overtime. So Hoffman,
set the clock yet.
yeah, they need to put one. They'll get 1 minute on the clock here. Scoreboard scores table struggling here. Now they get the minute on the clock, and we're back underway. 3-3, all tied up. Hoffman had a first period takedown, and then a penalty point and a reversal and a penalty point. So 3-3 is our score. There's the single leg pick at the edge of the mat, and there's a takedown award against Brandon Hoffman. He gets taken down.
Oh my goodness, in overtime. Just a beautiful little ankle pick by Crone of Arvada. Oh man, that's a tough one.
Tough overtime loss for Brandon Hoffman. Will finish in second place for the second year in a row. And here comes Coach Spike Reynolds, and he is going to have some words. Coach Spike Reynolds talking it over with a little bit of expression to the official.
Not very happy.
He'll say his piece, and then he will leave. And yep, he's going to get dinged a team point. So Coach Spike Reynolds will cost a team point. He didn't agree with the call on the edge of the mat.
Might have had something to say about the referee's ancestors or something there.
But he is going to storm